My book is here, Whippin Debts Ass. Are you broke? Do you feel broke? The age that you are and where you are in life. Do it align with your bank account? Are you robbing Peter, Paul, John, and the entire Bible just to live? In my book, Whippin Debts Ass, let me tell y'all, I specifically outline the details of what I went through. How I was $50,000 in debt and I gave myself 12 months, 1 year, y'all. And in 11 months, I was able to get out of $50,000 in debt. And that debt was only 3 cars and 3 credit cards. Those 6 items was killing us. Whippin Debts Ass is a quick read book. You can find it on Amazon, and for you Kindle readers, it's available on Kindle and my website, StenellTheMoneyTherapist.com. The link to purchase the book is in the bio. Budget, save, invest, and live.
Six years ago, my wife took nothing but an ideal and faith and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business with multiple streams of income. As a woman possessed, she overcame all obstacles and created multiple streams of wealth that has impacted our family for generations to come. From mental health professional to therapist to author to CEO, she is a constant reminder of the grace of God over her life. Get ready to listen to and take notes from Stenell, the money therapist, as she schools you on money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. No more excuses. Wake up!
Thank you, Tony. Welcome back to No More Excuses, Wake Up, where we talk about money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. I am your host, Stenell Myers, also known as Stenell, the money therapist. This week, we are discussing money. And we're actually going to be discussing money for a while because my book, Whippin Debts Ass, is here. Look at my book, Whippin Debts Ass, Whippin Debts Ass, Whippin Debts Ass. That's what I do. I whip that ass. Yes. So for those of you that are listening to me, you are actually listening to me on my podcast, No More Excuses, Wake Up, wherever you hear your podcasts, on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to it. Then you are actually seeing me while I tape this on YouTube. So my book is here, Whippin Debts Ass, and let me tell you, I'm excited. It is actually 13 chapters, but some of the chapters are long because I am really explaining and I am very detailed. So for the next couple of weeks, you will hear and see me go detail to detail through my entire book of Whippin Debts Ass. It's going to be a brief description of each chapter, but so you can have an understanding of it. My first is the introduction. And the introduction, I really actually go into details as to what happened in my life. Why did I write this book? And why did I decide to whip that ass? Basically, my story, as you all know, I was $50,000 in debt. My husband and I, Tony, and I have all these businesses going on and I'm making really good money. I've been in business at that time when I decided to really plunge. I was only in business for about 3 years. I started the business in 2015. 2017, 18, about 2018, I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's just too much. I'm starting to see a revenue, money coming in, money I've never seen before. And I need to do something different. I need to be able to be happy with working hard because I wasn't happy working hard. I said to Tony, I'm going to give it all up because if I can't see what all this work I'm doing, I'm going to give it up because I was spending and charging and all this money coming in. We may have for the month at the time, which was such a great start, we may have $20,000 that was coming in net after everything was paid. And it would be gone. And that net would be the following month before the payments come in would be maybe $7. And I'm like, wait a second, something is wrong. That's our business. And then on top of that, our personal finances was just messed the hell up. It was just messed up. I'm talking about two things: cars and a credit card equal $50,000. When I really sat down and I really thought about it, and I talk about this in this book, when I really thought about it, I said, damn, you mean the cars that we drive? We had 3 cars because our son was out of college, so we got him a car for college because he had no debt. He was on a Trek scholarship, and that was our gift to him. So we had that car note. And speaking of a gift, I truly believe a gift is something that you can afford. If you can't truly outright afford that, it ain't a gift, because you're still paying on the damn thing. It ain't a gift. So we had that car note. His car note was about $369. My truck, which was old, had over 150,000 miles on it, and I glorify that because I think you should drive a car till the wheels fall off. And that was $537. It's crazy because when you first get a car, when I first bought my car in 2008, it was a 2007. When you buy a car, my car was $25,000. As it get old, they don't say, well, your car notes is going to go for $537 to $237. No, you still have to pay the $537. Why? So I was asking myself all these questions, Stenell, like what's going on? You have the businesses going on, and then Tony's car note was $527. When you add all that up, that was a disaster. It was like $1,400 a month. Ridiculous. Not including the mortgage, not including the electricity, all the utilities, not including life, our kids, different things that we wanted to do. We didn't eat yet. It was just a complete destruction. I was in a tub and I said, I need to I already know the tools because John Commuter, which I highly glorify, don't nobody know about John Commuter. John Commuter, he started the debt to wealth system. It's a big green book. I'm actually looking at it right over there on my bookshelf. And in my 20s, when I was actually teaching at Camden County College and Drexel University, I would utilize his techniques and teach it to my students about 20 minutes after class. And I'm like, shut your books. Y'all learned enough of psychology today. Y'all need to learn about money. It was always something inside of me. My introduction to Whippin Debts Ass is just basically outlining where I was and what really made me decide to go into details into my personal life as far as my finances and whip this ass. So when I was in a tub, I started to really start searching. I was like, okay, I know about John Commuter, but is there somebody else? And then I came across Dave Ramsey and I learned about the baby steps. The baby steps was something that was not fresh, but fresh, because John Commuter talked about tracking the debt from the smallest to the largest, and that was already something known. This wasn't something new with Dave Ramsey. That's why it was really familiar to me, because I heard it before with John, but Dave broke it down more to where I can understand it, because John has a system with his, and you have to divide your payments and all of that. And it was kind of a little difficult for me to process, but hindsight, when I go back and look at it, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And honestly, that's what creators do. They hear or from someone else. That's what we do. There's nobody that's like, oh my God, it's original. John might be original, but everybody behind him, we're not. We're not. But our originality is how we create it for ourselves and for you. And that's what makes us so original. I was in a tub. I came across Dave and I ran with it. And after I ran with it, I actually started to apply to our life. And I gave us 12 months. I actually came up with a chart, and I was looking at a lot of YouTube videos. I came up with a chart, and I seen the debt 50. And then I seen the debt go down to like 42. Then I seen the debt go down, and it kept going down. When it got to 30, I was like, wait a minute, hold up. And that's probably when I got Tony on board, because Tony was not on board. He was like, that's not going to happen. We're not going to be able to do $50,000 in a year, girl, you playing. I was like, no, what you're going to do is work overtime. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that every dollar that's coming in this house is applying to these bills. And then we are going to cut up the credit cards. And then we are not going to go and get another car note. We're going to live off of this money, because if this is an extra $1,400 coming in here, then we can take this and we can now invest it. But we have to first know how to get this debt down. In my book, I basically explain that. One of the things that I like in the book is that I said I had a dream and you are reading the outcome. And we are executive of our lives and the choices we make. We choose to do what we want related to our life and our finances. The money we have has no power. It doesn't. We hold the power. Us. We hold the power. That money don't have a heart. That money don't have a brain. It can't feel. It's us. We are the ones behind it that controls it. And we are the ones that are the destroyers of whatever it is that we decide that we're going to do with the money. It's us. We hold the power. We make our own choices and we write our own book. We will no longer make excuses about money we do not have, and instead learn to be good stewards with the money we do have. And that's the truth. And that's my introduction in a whole nutshell. Learning to be a good steward with the money that you have means that you're going to continue to move forward and you're going to learn the structure of budgeting. Because if you learn the structure of budgeting, you will really learn what it looks like in the beginning before you start to spend it. So here we are, 2022, the end of 2022 right now. I would not be here in Florida in my dream home if I did not change the whole mind process. I know you hear about mind process and thought process and just the way you think about money, but it's so true. I'm a therapist. Psychology and the fundamentals of psychology. I taught 7 different psychologies, and it is true. If I did not change the way I thought about money, this right here, living the dream at 47, that probably wouldn't have existed until I was 60. Because just those 2 items, that credit card and that card, just those 2 right there, just those 2, I'm telling you, that's what changed our lives. When I said I'm done with that, it changed. And having the businesses and growing and really walking in my truth, being happy of my success that God brought me to. Because a lot of times, many times, for a long time, my friends to really have a coming to Jesus meeting with me because I wouldn't spend money because I felt bad like I was leaving people behind. And honestly, this is my ministry. I'm not leaving anybody behind, because if you sit in front of me and if you with me, if you know me, and my angels say this all the time, you're going to learn something from me. If you're not learning, then you're not paying attention and you don't care. And that's what a lot of us do. I wouldn't be here living this lifestyle, being able to just put my foot in a pool in January, in December, just in winter months. If it wasn't for just daggone car and credit card, I'm telling you, I'm so grateful. I don't have a car note. I don't have a credit card, a personal credit card. I have a business credit card, but I don't have a personal. They're different. You treat them differently. For me, I know you need personal debt to play this game when it comes to purchasing, but everybody play the game differently. Everybody don't want to be debt free. And it's not a journey for everybody, but for me and the people that understands me, debt free is where it is. For me. With all of that, I went on and really trained in learning just about money. Dave Ramsey have FPU classes, Financial Peace University, and with FPU, I actually had 2 classes, and it was my church members. And when I was able to really see the psychology behind the process of just us Black and brown people, and people in general, because I had all kinds of people in my class. You know, when I say people, meaning race, you know, I had Caucasian and I also had African American, I had Hispanic. We all don't think the same, just people as general, because of our background and where we came from, and we all just don't think the same. So I had to create something in how people in that particular class, it was almost like they were my case studies. And I didn't put that in a book, but it was almost like that, because I was really able to understand how they thought and how they felt. And I remember someone saying to me, she said, I can't do this. She said, by the way, I'm not going to do this. She said, I have 9 people that live in my house. Real talk. 9 people. And I need a vacation. So I'm not going to be able to go on vacation. When we did the math in the years for 2 years, 2.5 years, she said, that's not going to happen. And when I thought about it, because it was something that I was able to do, everybody, not me. So you can't have something that it's not going to work for everybody. So that's where Money Therapy Institute came in. And that's where I really started coaching one-on-one and really understanding people's mindset. And so that's where budget, save, invest, and live came in. That's where this came in, because you have to be able to do it all at the same time. And that's what I teach, that you can budget, you can save, you can invest, and you can live all at the same time. You don't just have to worry about budgeting and then your life stops for 2 years. And that was the plan. That was actually how I was taught. But that didn't bother me. I was able to do that, but everybody can't do that. Everybody just can't. So I had to come up with something to create this journey for people that they can be able to budget, that they can be able to save. And save little small amounts of money, not large quantities of money. Just save little small amounts of money and then be able to invest money. And invest where you're at, but invest. But you can't save and invest when you have debt, right? So that's where the budgeting comes in. That's why budgeting is first. And then live, because you have to be able to live with all of this. I just wanted to make sure that we all had a foundation, and that's just what I wanted to give back from me getting out of debt, me living in my dream home, me being able to invest, me being able to go after real estate, me being able to have a legacy for my children while I'm alive, me being able to reach out to you all. That's what I wanted to do. And that's what's in this book, Whippin Debts Ass. That's what's in here. That's the introduction, and you can pick this book up, and I hope that it's a great read for you, and that you can go in and really understand it and pick this book up on StenellTheMoneyTherapist.com. That's my website, and you can go to Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, and please leave reviews. It's important. But Whippin Debts Ass is here, y'all. Whippin Debts Ass is here. No more excuses. Wake up. Thank you for listening to No More Excuses, Wake Up. If you love the show, please subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes or Spotify. To learn more about me and my different agencies and what I do, go to StenellMyersEnterprises.com. While you're there, check out Money Therapy Institute and watch my video where you will see me doing a little acting, showing you how I fought and kicked down closed doors. You can also click on Stenell the Money Therapist and get my free budget spreadsheet. And of course, you can email me at contact@StenellTheMoneyTherapist.com. I'm also on social media on Facebook at Stenell the Money Therapist and Instagram at Stenell the Money Therapist. No more excuses. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Wake up. Hey, smart people. I have a 3-month one-on-one personal or business coaching program. As you all know, I paid off $50,000 in debt in 1 year. I will teach you how I stayed out of debt using my burner method and personalized spreadsheet I created to fit my lifestyle and keep me on track. You will learn how to understand your money communication style using my financial treatment plan. Also, if you own a small business and you feel stuck with cash flow or feel disorganized, I teach business owners and self-employed entrepreneurs such as yourself to financially maximize your money, build wealth using your business income, and retire working on the business while your business continues to run, such as myself. You can book a call with me. The link is in the show notes.